Holy shit, I look red. Anyway, hey guys, Vincent here. There's a hiccup for today's episode, I guess. I accidentally pressed the wrong button and deleted the audio, I guess, on Adobe Audition. So the episode that was uploaded that you're about to see, at least they're about to watch later, has no great audio from the mic. The audio that you'll be listening to will be the one that's coming out of our phones. It's kind of scuffed, so I won't be uploading it to Apple Podcast or Spotify. But if you like to hear it there, or if you like to listen to it up there, you can let us know in the comments or at our socials, and I'll try to master it to the best of my abilities, I guess. And otherwise enjoy today's episode. Our reactions though when we totally screwed the audio over. It was caught on camera and it was iconic. So you can enjoy that as well. Probably on the first clip immediately. But yeah. Enjoy the video.
Okay.
No fucking way.
No.
No fucking way.
No. Hi, welcome to the Sashimi Tangent podcast. This is gonna officially be the podcast name. I am Zhan Hui and this is Vincent.
Yeah. Hi. Yes.
Hi, yeah.
Sorry. Good morning. Good afternoon or good evening.
Yeah, whatever time you're listening to us.
100%.
Let's talk a little bit about why we named the podcast Sashimi Tangent.
Sure.
Okay, so you came up with the name, right?
Oh, true. Okay. Yeah. So I'll explain it. So I guess in totality is due to us liking sashimi to a certain extent, but also we like to keep our conversations on this podcast as raw, as unfiltered as possible. Yeah, so sashimi is the raw part of it.
And, Japanese food, great for dieting.
Yes, 100%, and it's also way tastier and very nice. It's just nice in general.
Yeah, and tangent?
The tangent part, the tangent part is because we tend to go off tangent quite often. In fact, we can say this because we're not even gonna post the other one, but this is our second try at recording the first official episode because the first one just went too far off tangent.
Yeah.
and it was too unstructured. But we try to keep our I guess redirections or rerouting to a minimum. However, we try to keep it to at least to the topic itself.
We try to stay on topic.
Yeah, we try to stay on topic. We do go off tangent.
Not too far off.
Yeah, but we'll try to stay on topic and try to stay as structured as possible.
Yeah, so that we can explore the topic.
Right. So that we don't die, halfway and then just really go off topic. But I think that covers what we're gonna do, right?
Mm-hmm. So direction of podcast. What kind of podcast are we gonna do?
What kind of content we're planning to do? I guess we can say that the overall content that we plan to do will just probably be just covering our lives and experiences in general.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very vague and broad topic to cover, but that's what we are directing towards, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And the others would be probably covering the news.
So basically we're gonna make it up as we go.
Yeah. So we just talk. We just discuss on whatever we want to discuss. Honestly speaking,
Yeah.
it's more of a relaxed one. We don't really have a fixed genre to say. We are not comedians.
Yeah. I guess we do have a mini series sort of
Right.
using our friends for content.
Yeah, right. But I think at this point that mini series should be more of the whole concept of the mini series should be more of an underlying concept.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think if we stick too far or if we stick too straight with the mini series alone, I think we're gonna restrict our content to a certain extent. It won't be too free anymore.
Yeah. So a few ideas we were discussing is one, news.
Yeah, news. I guess lifestyle in general.
Yeah.
What's happening. How we keep or the routines in our daily lives, I guess, to a certain extent. Yeah, our plans and goals, past and maybe possible future experiences.
Another one would be maybe Singapore drama.
Right.
Possibly.
Covering all the sagas, right, for sure.
Because there's a lot of sagas that happened recently.
Right.
So
and
it's about basically near the end already.
Correct.
Except for a few new parliament ones.
Yeah.
Which is also nearing the end, right? So we could do a rundown of
I guess the parliament one has been practically running for the past year. Yeah, it's probably the longest sagas out there.
A specific new one, I guess.
Right. So, but in totality, we won't be covering the sagas as they go because most of our episodes will be pre-recorded. so that in the event that we aren't able to make it for a schedule, at least the recording is still somewhat relevant to a certain extent. Yeah, so we will try to cover the sagas when they're towards the end and probably just share our own opinions about it, I think. And I think that pretty much covers it for whatever we're gonna discuss about. I mean, in our podcast at least.
A little bit on using our friends for content, I guess. So
sure, go ahead.
We'll invite them, we're going to talk about what they're doing, their life, their goals, right?
Yep, that works for sure.
We try to bring in different people, I guess, in a sense where
so we get different views at the same time.
They're doing like different paths,
right.
aiming for different things, maybe like some in the arts, some in the, like the more traditional, maybe computer science, econs, business kind of thing. Engineering.
So I guess
so okay, enough about the podcast.
Where will be uploaded? So for those who have listened to episode 0 prior, it's actually uploaded on Spotify only for the first time. But I think we realized something that how we post on Spotify is via RSS. So that one costs quite a bit of money per month at least. It's about 13 USD. Not to say that this setup is really not costly, but it's because this setup is so costly really that we
ran out of money.
I don't think we are able to keep leading on to support RSS. But we did find out about Anchor FM, which will post to Spotify as well. So we'll give that a run. Most likely, but definitely it will be posted on YouTube. Apple Podcasts will be one because the costs are significantly lower per month. So these are the two platforms currently, YouTube and Apple Podcasts. If there is Spotify, then you can search us up on Spotify at Sashimi Tangent Podcast. Then you'll find us there.
If you'd like to sponsor us, our Patreon is not up, but you can pay now me directly. You should have my number. Vincent's number work as well.
I don't think we want to expose our number so early.
No, I'm not sharing the number. I'm saying like people who know us, who has our number.
Right.
My PayNow is open, my PayLah is open, GrabPay, everything works.
Every single avenue of payment is open.
Bank transfer, you can message me. I'll send you my bank details as well.
For future sponsors, we are definitely willing to sell ourselves out. Minus the fact, unless obviously you are a really shady company and your product sucks.
Like no crypto, no scam coins.
Right. We still endorse good products.
I mean if Shiba Inu wants to sponsor us, I'll make an exception. It's funny.
True. Dogecoin
as well.
I will definitely accept Ethereum though.
Bitcoin, if you insist.
If you insist. Anyway, let's get on to the nitty-gritty, I guess. Not so meaty yet, at least
Introduction.
So we'll introduce ourselves, I guess.
Sure. Okay, so like from the start of the podcast, my name is Zhan Hui. You can just call me Zhan. Most people call me Zhan because Chinese names are too difficult.
Do you have an English name?
I do not want to share that at this point in time. I have too many like English names that go by. I have like church names, whatever kind of thing.
That's a fair point. Alright, let's go on again. Sorry.
So I'm 22, Vincent 22 as well. We are currently in NS. I'm studying. Okay, so I'm in NS and I'm studying for uni. I'm doing like a private A level, the international one, and I'm looking to. I actually already applied to unis in UK. That's about it for me. Like as of now.
That's it.
I mean, we'll go into how we met after you introduce yourself, I guess.
Fair point. In the beginning, I hope I did say my name in the beginning. I can't really recall.
No, I said your name, I guess. Hopefully.
Anyway, my name is Vincent. Also in NS, like he said, we are both 22. I won't say I'm currently studying to enter uni, but I am trying to enter uni and trying to improve myself via e-certificates, I guess, because as an average Singaporean with a subpar GPA, it's kind of hard to enter uni, especially to a course that you want with a very very subpar GPA.
Not NUS, NTU.
Definitely not NUS or NTU. I don't want to get peed on anyway.
Okay, that's Ngee Poly.
No, I think NUS had an incident as well.
So peeing is
I think peeing is just a thing now. I don't know, man. You all have weird fetishes, okay?
It's a mainstream kink.
Stream.
I see.
P-stream, anyway, but that's what we are doing, I guess, both in general, trying the same thing, trying to enter uni, trying to at least improve our lives moving forward.
So uni, are you gonna go overseas?
there's a possibility that I might go overseas, but I will try to stay as local as possible first because I'm secret, but I'm trying to
secret.
yeah,
Okay.
secret, but I'm putting up public anyway.
on us.
But I'm trying to get more experience on how at least the industries here work. Then only then I might consider going overseas, getting more experience overseas.
What kind of
Then
industries?
eventually, primarily how
Is it
primary
that
automation.
secret?
No, not really. It's just
Okay.
primary automation and figuring out how at least the ASEAN region works in automation or in factory building.
Okay.
Then maybe going overseas to learn how they are doing their stuff as well. You know,
I see.
just production capabilities overall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I guess that's just it overall. That's a whole brief rundown of it.
True.
If you really want me to go on the nitty gritty, it's gonna take more than like 1 hour on my future plans and everything.
Okay, then
But
I
yeah.
guess, yeah, for me, I'm applying uni to UK and taking private A-levels because my current qualification is only N-levels.
Yeah.
Long
Story that I think we'll cover. I think we'll cover later. maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Just
I'll
a
do that later.
possibility. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, how did we meet?
Right. I guess the brief summary would be because we met in secondary school.
Yeah,
Right.
and we've known each other for almost 10 years.
Correct.
10?
Yes, I think so.
Actually, I think this is the
I think the
10th mark,
10th
right?
year, right?
Yeah.
No, it could be. Yeah, I think
Oh, 9.
ninth year.
One more year.
One more year to go for a 10-year mark.
Maybe we'll do a 10-year anniversary next year on this
Ah,
podcast.
Fucking hell, that sounds so stupid.
Why not? Why not? It's
But
like
anyway,
content.
yeah.
Content. We'll do it for the content.
10 year. Oh, this podcast is not. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be like
Yeah, but
anniversary, but we celebrate our 10th year.
Yeah, when we run out of content, we gotta like churn it out, right?
That's a fair point. Just make content out of everything,
Exactly.
anything whatsoever.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, we met in secondary school. I think we met during a bridging class
Yes.
for a Math Express.
Express.
Yeah, Math Express. Oh, sorry. Just a rundown on how
Works in Singapore.
how schools work in Singapore. So we basically
Schooling does butterfly.
yeah, schooling does butterfly and freestyle, and
Yeah.
he's about to serve NS right now.
Yes. Okay. So school.
But
How
yeah.
schools work?
So we follow generally we follow the UK's school system. I would say
Yeah.
we take three national exams minimum.
Yeah.
2 if you're not going to progress to JC,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
A levels. So we start off from primary school, which will do PSLE at the end of the 6th year, and then moving forward we'll go into secondary school, which will do our national exams, either in normal academic, normal technical, or express or O level. Sorry, and so in abbreviations it will be NA, NT level, or O levels.
Yep.
So those are the 3 streams when you're in secondary school, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we both met in secondary school. We are in NA stream as well.
Yeah, because boys, we don't study when we're young.
Yeah, well,
Did
there's
you
people-
study for PSLE?
No.
Exactly. I feel like
Okay, to be fair, I got over complacent for PSLE
yeah.
because when I came in, fun fact,
Okay, go ahead.
I migrated to Singapore. I'm a Singaporean now, but I like to call myself an imported Singaporean, just for the shits and giggles. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
anyway, during primary 1, when I tried to register for primary school, right, I was basically homeschooled in a manner. So I had abilities up till primary 3, like I've learned until primary 3, and I got so
Okay.
complacent for the first 3 years that I didn't
Okay.
bother listening. So I basically aced all my exams from P1 to P3 straight. And then P4, still aced it, struggled in Chinese. Fun fact, I was in higher Chinese for a while, if you didn't know.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah, I was in higher Chinese for a while. You know why he won't believe I was in higher Chinese later, but
You literally cannot speak Chinese.
I can, just terribly broken. But anyway, P4 I was doing well, P5 subpar, and then P6 I just didn't bother.
So were you in like because in primary school, at least back in our days, we had like so-called streaming, like the better kids go to the better
Top
class.
3 classes or
Yeah,
something
you
like
have
that.
that?
Yeah, I did. My school had it as well.
Were you in those classes?
I was in the top 3.
Like all the way?
No, primary 1 and 3 there's no streaming yet.
Uh-huh.
So only when you're about to enter primary 4 then there's streaming. So I did manage to enter top 3, but there's always the upper spectrum of top 3 and lower spectrum of top 3.
Yeah.
I was in the lower spectrum, but
Mhm.
still in top 3. Top 3 is top 3, man.
Yeah, it's top 3, it's top 3.
Yeah, but anyway, didn't study that much for PSLE. Attained a very subpar score, and hence why I didn't manage to get into
Yeah.
O levels.
Yeah. I feel like for PSLE, it's like too young, too early of an age to actually start to stream you into different levels of
Right.
abilities, I guess, if
Yeah.
you put it that way. Because
And I think it's also too much stress placed on a student, a young student. I mean, it really sets you on what to expect in the future, but I think it's a bit
like at
excessive.
that age, you don't really understand.
Yeah, it's a bit excessive for not for students. No, for students for sure. But I think what makes it worse is that the parents' expectations weigh down on you as well.
Yeah.
So you're not literally living your own studies, I would say.
And don't quote me on this. I feel like girls do better in PSLE on average.
I feel like girls do better in general for a lot of exams.
I would say like maybe the average would shrink and get closer as you get older.
Yeah.
But, don't quote me on that. I don't have stats on that.
Yeah, we okay. This one is purely based on our opinions. This fact is purely based on our opinions.
Because like I feel like
This opinion, sorry.
Maybe I was just a stupid kid.
No. I don't think so. I think I think girls in general are much more diligent.
Like they mature earlier.
Yeah. At least from what we can see, through our own experiences during primary and secondary school.
Yeah.
They are more diligent in studies. I mean, there will be definitely those that will never, but will not as diligent as others. I mean, it applies to both guys and girls. But on average, from what we can see, I think girls do generally better in studies overall.
Yeah. Because for my PSLE, right, like after the exam, I went to like a land shop or like bowling, basketball, arcade or whatever.
How nice.
No, and the thing is, it wasn't after the final paper. It was after every paper. So like the first paper done, alright, arcade boys, let's go.
Yeah, well, I think that's very different for me because I have helicopter parents. For at least primary school, my sister who might be listening to this might disagree to a certain extent, but honestly speaking, they are very restrictive when we are on our younger years. I mean, it's fair, you don't really want to go you don't want your child to go Ori so quickly, right? And especially maybe in bad company. So I guess it's fair if they are restrictive, but I'm glad that they didn't put it so far to an extent where every single aspect of your life is controlled. They give you some freedom.
Okay, I mean at this age, sometimes you wish they were harsher.
Yeah.
Like you could have been a grade 8 piano player.
Yeah.
But they didn't push you hard enough.
Yeah.
So
but
I blame you parents.
But for me, I'm fine. They let me have freedom at Sec 3, I guess. More movement freedom. No curfews, no nothing, and it feels more free. Yeah.
Like, do you feel like was there like any specific age where you felt like you matured?
I think I'm still maturing to a certain extent.
Or like you realize that okay, shit, I actually have to put in work.
Well, I think I realized it a little bit late because I've not say fully matured, but I guess I had a more mature mindset when it's around year 3 of poly maybe.
Okay.
That is when I really had a more like fixed mature mindset. Like beforehand,
secondary school? Like how about N levels? O levels?
No, N levels not as much. But I think N levels started to make my mind go on a certain path, on a straight path where I was thinking like I should do better and I should try better. It was still at the should phase because I know that my parents are not particularly young.
Yeah.
And they are not of best. I mean, they are better health condition than me in theory, right? they are more fit than me, by the way.
They've lived longer than you.
Yeah, they live longer than me. They're more fit than me, but just internally they are not as healthy as a regular human being. So I guess when around N levels, so when I was secondary 4, I'm not sure how old I was then. I probably have to reverse engineer
secondary
something.
4, you're
17, 16?
16.
Yeah. So basically at that point, because I knew my parents weren't that healthy, quote unquote, they are still healthy for everyone who's wondering, they're still healthy.
We got it.
Yeah. Anyway, so I matured in that sense, like okay, if I really want at least to see my parents for a while, like for a long while, I need to do better, so that they at least can live a comfortable life. But it wasn't firm. I was still playing around, I still had a young mindset.
Yeah.
Only in poly and now where it started to firm up more, and I became like, okay, yeah, I need to earn.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to do well in life.
I think it's like exactly the same for me. It's like we're still maturing, we're still young, we're only 22.
Yeah. We don't particularly
life is still long.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's set in a way where we want it to be fixed really. Like
we
know what we
we're
want.
doing.
Yeah, we know what we want at this point.
We have no chemistry. We know what we want, we know what we're doing.
It's the same thing. Potato, right?
Yeah, so for me it's like I think even in secondary school there wasn't that okay, N levels, right? Obviously that was the year where you see like, oh shit, my switch was like flipped on. It's like, okay, damn, I need to study. And that was the only year where I actually really put in the effort. And like before that, it's like I go to school, but like I was doing okay, so I don't really actually even bother going to school.
Right.
My attendance was like 50%. It was
Right.
like garbage.
Right. Do you want to? Yeah, I don't think you want to dive into that. Do you really want to? I don't think we do. Anyway, go on.
You know what? Yeah, sure. So like just basically my attendance was garbage. Only when Sec 4 I realized, okay, shit. Because like after PSLE when I chose the school, right, I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna choose this school.
Right.
Because it's a good school, and it has good express stream.
Like,
so like
ours.
yeah.
Oh.
It's actually one of the better ones. Actually, one of the top. Not like tip top.
But it's one
But
of the
it's
top
like-
few in the West Zone at least. Yeah.
Actually, around Singapore lah.
Is
It's
it?
like second. It's like for example, if the top tier schools for Ivy League, it will be one tier below.
Okay, fair point. Yeah, I guess that's why my parents picked that school as
Yeah.
well. But
So like I picked that school, I was thinking, okay, when I go in secondary 1, I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna do well. I'm gonna hop into like express stream in
Right.
the second year.
Right.
Which obviously at my young dumb age,
Right.
I didn't do that. I didn't even go to school. I did surprisingly okay. I don't know how. I'm just naturally gifted with exams. I mean like my friends won't deny that, right?
Yeah, true. We won't deny that. Actually,
Yeah. So I'm naturally good at exam. Managed to only do well enough for express math. And yeah. So it was only until Sec 4 and I realized, holy shit, like my plans from Sec 1 to Sec 2, Sec 3 is like whatever I planned I didn't really like follow through.
Right.
Until Sec 4 where it was like a switch. I was like, okay, shit, I need to study. But even after that, like till now, which I'm still going, it's like I can't really, like I'm not so consistent.
Right.
It's only in like the last minute kind of phases where I go all out.
Yeah,
It's like sprints.
your brain goes on a oh shit.
Yeah, like marathons is not what I'm good at. It's like sprints is what I'm insane at. Like I can go. Nice, use your chin and move the mic.
Hey man, no one's looking at it. Don't expose me like
I
that.
will put that on tape. Okay. Yeah. Where was I?
You're not good at marathons. You're better at
Yeah,
sprints.
and I realized like life is like it's not all sprints. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it's like okay, consistency. I realize now at this age, it's like the 100% most important thing that you need to do to be successful in life.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at as a person.
Great.
So how we met?
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was a good tangent.
That was a still fair bit tangent.
Interesting
It was a good
tangent.
tangent. Yeah. Can
Yeah.
I, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead. So I'll just like jump us into how we met. So like I mentioned when I was in secondary 1, I was aiming to go into express in the second year, secondary 2, which I didn't manage to get into. So I only got into express math, which was how me and Vincent met. Because normal acad math is slightly easier and less content than express math. So to go into express math in the second year, we had to do like sort of a bridging class during our holidays. And that's where sort of I met Vincent, or like really, I'm sure I've met him like in school before that. But it was during then where we actually had our first interaction, because the class was tiny. It was about, I think, maximum 10 students that went.
To what, the bridging class?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I was about to say our classroom tiny. It's like 40
the
students.
bridging class. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so I don't know, I guess we chat because there's only 10 students, you know, not a lot of people I can talk to.
Yeah, it's fair. Actually, I have no idea why I sat beside you as well.
Did we sit beside each other?
Yeah, we did. I think after the second lesson, maybe we did sit beside each other.
I see.
Yeah, but no particular reason, I think.
Yeah,
Just
and through that, we realized we both have Indonesian parents. He has Indonesian parents.
yes.
I
Yeah.
have an Indonesian parent.
getting real accurate. There.
yeah, we gotta,
Yeah.
you know. And then we lived like super close to each other as well.
Yeah, like just
Like
around
2-3 bus stops away.
No, I think it's only one.
2-3.
One or two. No, two.
Yeah.
Two for sure. Two for sure. It's two for sure. Dude.
Okay,
It's
and
two
then
for sure.
yeah, so we would like go home after school. We would like grab food together and then go home.
Right. Not Grab food, by the way, not the delivery.
At that
for
point
s-
in time, it did
yeah,
not exist.
there's no such thing as delivery. Food deliveries at that point, just literally eat lunch.
Maybe it was in the incubation phase.
Yeah, could be. Fuck. We should be smarter at that
Wasted.
point. I don't know. Anyway, right. I think you covered it pretty much. Almost pretty much, right? Based on
how
what
we
you think.
met.
Yeah.
8. Alright.
Yeah. The ironic part is that I think San mentioned that we did well enough for Express Math, right?
Yeah.
Because the content on NA Math was relatively easier. So we did well enough that the school or the teachers decided that we can go for Express Math. But who would have thought that would be my downfall?
Oh.
Yeah, I did so terribly, so badly in Express Math. It's ironic at this point because once I entered poly, I actually did amazingly in math, which engineering math is slightly more complicated compared to O-level math, obviously, and it's already very similar to the point where it's additional mathematics and closer to A-level math as well. So it's like so ironic the fact that I did so terribly in O-levels.
Yeah.
Like if you want to know my grade, it's officially C5. Yeah, so it's really bad.
Yeah.
But when I went to poly, it was all B plus and A's.
Okay, and like,
Nothing lesser than that.
okay, funny story. I don't know if you remember this. Or if I think I've told you this. I don't know if you remember this. So because my attendance in Sec 1 was like so garbage, right? Like 50%. Like the principal talked to me.
Right. Yeah.
She said, we are gonna offer this to you. However, you have to improve your attendance.
What did she offer?
She's gonna so if I don't improve my attendance, she was gonna take Express Math away from me.
Oh wow. Okay, that I didn't know.
Yeah, okay. So I was like, okay, sure, I'm gonna come to school. Which I did not.
Yeah.
But I managed to scrape by in results, so I guess she didn't really take it away. Or maybe she just completely forgot about me.
She might have. Fun fact about our school, I think our principal now is in a pretty hot shit. Just to say the least. I mean, we'll probably cover it in another day, in another topic. Yeah.
I have no idea about
Another
that.
topic. I did look up into it for a bit because we had some sort of alumni group, I guess, in a manner.
Oh, okay.
But the current students of where we were, where our secondary school was before, have some very, I guess, woke complaints about the principal.
I see.
But we'll cover that in a separate topic in another day, I guess. Yeah. But that covers how we met,
Yeah.
right? Basically.
Oh, my interesting story hasn't ended.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Okay, so like Sec 2, I managed to barely scrape by. So I think at the start of Sec 3, she spoke to me again.
Serious? Okay. This at this point,
It's like a new story for you.
Yeah, I'm as lost as everyone.
Interesting, right?
Yeah. Go on.
So she was like, okay, your attendance really, you have to improve your attendance.
Right.
So, at Sec 3, I matured. I realized she's right. I have to improve my attendance. So 5 hit me, did improve my attendance. However, because attendance in school is tracked based on whether you're present for the day and not what time you're present.
Right.
So I would wake up at like, okay, school starts at like 7:30 for your information, right?
Yeah. No. Well, kind of. We have to report at 7:15.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
Offensive.
I'm not there, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Morning assembly officially starts at 7:30.
Yeah,
but
so for me I know 7:30 because that's the time I go in to so-called avoid the prefects to record down my name.
Yeah. True.
I'll wake up about 8 p.m. If I wake up late. There's a McDonald's opposite my school. I will eat my breakfast there.
Right.
I'll chill.
Right.
And I will go into class around recess.
Right. This I know because I was.
I always walk past your class.
Yes.
Everyone will be, whoa, hello.
It's like, whoa, you made it to school!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and because, like I said, attendance was not tracked whether you were at assemblies, whether you're present in school at that time.
Right. Yeah.
So my attendance improved.
Right.
And
I see.
it's like reflected in the report card. And the thing is, because of me, it used to be like your attendance that was reflected in the report card, but because of me, a new line was added. Number of late comings. So that's
Was it actually because of you?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, like they have not outright stated it's me, but who else? Like,
Sorry, guys.
what would be the reason that is added into the report card, right?
That's very fair. Yeah. I mean, my class had a couple of latecomers as well.
Yeah, but not to my.
I mean, no, not really. They had very, very frequent latecomers. But to the bright
But
side,
not at the timing where I'll enter.
I guess so. Yeah.
And do you see? I mean, there's one other guy.
Yeah. No. I guess you're right. You're right to a certain extent. But yeah. I think if you were in my class, I think we wouldn't have that policy, because in a sense, I mean, we're still on the topic of secondary school, by the way. I was class chairperson of my class for 2 years straight, for secondary 4, secondary 5. The fun fact is that I think we aced all the best attendance class award for that.
If I was there, that would not have happened.
No, it would have happened regardless. Fun fact, since I'm really way over my secondary school, so what happened was I basically edited all our logbooks. So anyone who came late, they were supposed to get this late slip. It's just a small little piece of paper, right? And I was supposed to record it. So everyone took it. Not everyone took it, but people who were late had it. So they passed it to me, and we had this logbook, right? We were supposed to staple the late slip onto it. I conveniently misplaced it. I have no idea where it went.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
I guess interesting story again on that.
Yeah.
The late sleep, right?
Yeah.
I will conveniently, okay, because if you're late, you have to report to the general office.
Right.
I will conveniently walk past the general office and to class, because like, oh shit, I'm late for class. Let me like rush to class, so I don't have time to go to the general office to get this slip.
I guess yeah. For ours, right? Because our homeroom teachers. Our school quite class parents.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So our class parents in this sense needed us to take the slip, but since I was the class chairperson, I was the secondary afterwards, right? So they came in, they said, oh, here's my late slip. They showed it to the class parents, and then they brought it to me, and I'm like, okay, thanks. And then they didn't expect anything from me, They just passed it to me. It's like, okay, thanks. And then I just I don't know. I think the heavens were blessing me to a certain extent to tell me to just stop it away. I'm just dissing at this point, but yeah. So I didn't record it, and any misbehaviors in a class, that I'm sneakily trying to write the teacher a pencil, Then once they've taken it, they'll write it and then just erase it away.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. Or if they needed it to be a pen, I'll pass it as a friction pen. For those who don't know, friction pens are those pens that are erasable with the
Don't
top.
do this at home, kids.
Yeah, I mean I don't recommend it, but right. So we gave it a friction pen.
You know what? Yeah.
I mean, it's secondary school though. You have to build some rapport with people there anyway.
Yeah.
But at least get in the good sides of people. Don't be so not up and straight. But anyway, I edited all the logs. So I think for 2 years straight, we were able to clinch best attending class, best behaved class. Ironically, our class had a lot of problems. A lot of people were talkative and made noise in class. So technically, we shouldn't have won the best behaved in class, but we won those two. And I mean, best performing class is down to grades, right? So we can't really ace that. If I could modify that, I'll be a god at this point. But the fact is that I think when we aced those two, I think the express class were like confused. I could see, because in morning assembly, right, we were arranged in a manner where we are segregated to some extent. So express classes are sitting
so
together.
they put dumb kids together.
Right. No. But right, so express classes were set together, and I was able to see one of the express classes, right, when our discipline master called it's like, oh, it's like, oh, Vincent, your class, you won the best behaving class. Everyone just looked at us, and then I'm like, thank you. And then I had, because I was the representative, because I was the class chairperson, right? I had to go out and take just a small little cert, right? And then even my class parents were like, how? I'm like,
oh, I love him, dude. Like, he's amazing. He's like hilarious.
Yeah. On his first day, on my first day of secondary school, he thought I was wearing contacts. Because my eyes are slightly browner than usual. And then I was like thinking, do you want me to take my eyes out? Like, I can't take this out. And he's like, are you sure your eyes are brown? I'm like, why would I lie?
Yeah, I think in secondary school, like, the discipline master is sort of like the most fun teacher.
Yeah, he's very chill. I mean, he's a bit anal on his requirements for school, but he's chill overall.
Yeah, so let me see. Okay, so I guess, this is another funny story. So, when you finish your N-level,
right,
you have to go back to school in the holidays. I guess it was in the holidays, I'm pretty sure. Yes.
I don't know where
to collect the result.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
And there was like sort of an award ceremony.
Yep.
And I was like, I dyed my hair.
Oh, right, you did.
Yeah, and it was hilarious because like sort of the students who kind of did the best, I'm not praising myself or anything, like, not that I scored the best in the school. But
well, you didn't score the best.
I did.
You did you?
In points, I did.
Pretty sure one more is equivalent to you.
No, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I did in points.
Alright, go on.
Yeah, so anyways, just a small information. Yeah, so you had to like stand up. I don't know. Yeah, you just had to stand up and
No, you have to go up.
Oh, okay.
You have to go up, yeah.
So you go up and you had to, there were applause. So, like the classes were seated together, and the kids with dyed hair were like placed at the back behind the parents.
Right.
And at this point, we didn't know like our grades yet. So the teachers actually called our name, and that is when we realized.
Right.
So like call name A, name B, everything goes up from the class smoothly, like where they were seated. And when it came to me, I stood up. Everyone was like, "Where is this guy?"
Yeah.
I was like the only kid that stood up from the back with dyed hair. And as I walked up, the discipline master was like, "What's wrong with you? You're not setting a good example." So that was really funny.
Sorry to everyone. And sorry to audio listeners at least. I think I'll post-process this afterwards to mute the movement of the mics. But yeah, I'm trying to adjust
Yeah.
it.
But then like my friend sitting at the back was hyped. It's like, "Oh yay!"
I mean, I think I was like, when I was there and I saw you go out, I was like, oh shit!
It's like, damn.
I was like,
with the hair?
I was literally now it sound, you know how it sounded? It sounded in the entire hall, right? The whole hall was like, oh fuck yes, dyed hair! Literally that way. It's like
fun.
everyone was just like hair, and then he was like center of attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, for all the wrong reasons.
Like who would have thought this kid actually did that
Right.
great?
Yeah, and it's all for the wrong reasons everywhere,
Yeah. Like
but-
most of the cheers I get are not
Like,
great reason.
yeah.
They come to school late. Yay!
Yeah, the cheers wasn't wow you did well. It's wow you got dyed hair.
yeah.
Yeah, it's quite hilarious at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But I think yeah, those are fun stories. I
Yeah.
didn't know some of those stories though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Actually, I have more stories. Let's see the runtime.
I think we can go on, but I think we should do you want to cover more stories?
Yeah, sure. I mean, since you're in secondary school, let's just cover
let's
that.
just
in
cover it
entirety.
fully, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Also, when I got my result, there was like one subject where I did not score distinction, and I thought that would be my history. And I made a bet with my history teacher, that if I got a distinction, she would like treat me a meal.
Uh-huh.
And I thought like the one subject which I did not got a distinction in was that. So like I guess the teachers know our result before like they gave it to us. So she came up to me, she was like, "Zanwei, do you remember our deal?" I was and like in my head I knew, okay shit. And like history I did not get A because that was the one. Like I know how many distinctions I got and
Right.
I was missing one, so I thought it was that. I was like, nah, I forgot, man. I don't know what you're talking about. So after I got the result, she's like, oh, so you don't remember our deal, right? That's great. But no, she decided to honor the deal. However, where's my new teacher? I'm still waiting for it.
So I'm coming to claim it now. Thank
Okay,
you.
no, but to be fair, like, I think after 1 or 2 years we did message, and she was like, yeah, hit me up when you're here.
Right.
I just like had not hit her up yet.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's on you then.
I will hit you up soon.
Yeah, I think for me I guess I perform as an average Singaporean. Not okay. I won't say average Singaporean. Okay, our averages are being pulled to a certain extent with very high bell curve because of some smart people, quote unquote like you.
Thank
but,
you.
But yeah, I guess I was just a normal scorer in N levels.
Mm-hmm.
I did ace my English and math though for N levels. Math was a non-shocking part because I had O level math. So I mean I flunked O level math badly. C6 by the way. But English and math I got 1, and then everything else was subpar. My English teacher though came up to me and he was like, "You got a 1." I'm like, "Yeah, what were you expecting?" I was like thinking
It's like, yeah, like my Chinese is really bad. Like you can't think my English is bad as
like,
well, right?
no, shockingly my Chinese was 3 in N levels. I mean it's a medium result,
Yeah,
more or less.
that's
but,
what I got.
But it was higher than I expected. So everyone was like, "Wow, your English got 1." I'm like, "What do you expect from me, man? Come on." Like English was the one subject I had a very good handle on, and I didn't really need any instructions from the teachers.
Mhm.
Not showing off at this point, okay, but
Yeah.
it's languages I guess are a strong set of me minus Chinese, but they are a strong set of mine, and I was able to understand them easier. Chinese, I guess Chinese to a certain extent, I did very well with my orals, but it's the problem.
So you
of
like to
papers.
sucky.
Sucky. No, for my Chinese, I would say that I struggle with words more,
So like
the
cold.
writing. What?
Cold.
right? Cold, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I struggled with the writing aspect of Chinese and I guess the overall theory paper around it. That's where I really struggled for
Yeah.
Chinese. You know, I don't do well in writing for Chinese, but I did decently
Yeah.
well in.
I think like 80% of the population does not do well in that as well.
Well, no. Okay, random stat. Random stat.
And I guess if you want to be accurate,
Yeah, this-
50% of them did not do good.
Okay, disclaimer, random stat again.
I mean 50% did. That's like
That's like
that's how the
2.5
bell
million.
curve works.
Yeah, but still,
Okay,
that's still a random
roughly,
stat
roughly.
regardless. But yeah, anyway.
Estimation.
Yeah, not much fun stories over there. I think my literature teacher, my geography literature, I took geography in secondary school. My geography and literature teacher was shocked at my result, to say the least, because the problem was I did not do very well in literature, in not literature, sorry, humanities, as a social studies.
Yeah,
right.
neither did I.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is why I expected that to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
the one.
No, but I
non-distinction.
really did terribly in social studies.
I got 10%
You got 10%.
out of 100. So I basically got 10 out of 100.
But didn't you get a decent grade for it? Because I got
In N levels, yes.
yeah, I got
but
4.
all before N levels, I like flunked miserably.
Oh, I did. No, ironic thing, I didn't flunk at all. I always managed to pass, but I only got a 4,
Yeah.
and I know that it's because of my social studies. Because my geography, I'm pretty sure I aced it to
Okay.
the next universe.
Yeah, so okay, at that age, right, if there are any listeners who are that age, which I highly doubt,
If you are, take some advice and quotes from us, but don't take everything away.
yeah, like I don't know whether N level or O level is over yet, or unless like we are huge and you're watching this sometime next year. But if you're like me and you're failing your humanities subject, what I did was I went to search out like all the past year papers, like what kind of questions they would ask, and then I'll look at the model answer. So all I did was memorize model answers for like 6-7 questions, word for word, like perfect essays,
Right.
word for word for 6-7 papers. I was like, based on odds, you know, there's like possibly maybe 10 that will come out. I mean like 10 possible types of questions they'll ask. In the paper they will ask like maybe 4 or 5 questions for you to choose one from. So if I do 6, you know, at least one of it will hit, which was what happened. So I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And, yeah, so like after I wrote everything up word for word, like it was literally perfect memory. Like I'm impressed at how I managed to do that.
Right.
But after I finished it, I forgot everything.
Right.
So-
I guess that's the core of our exams in a manner.
So don't do this if you're looking to understand. Only do this where like
You're in a pinch.
you're literally you're
in a-
fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're fucked, this is what you can do.
You're peaking, by the way. That was very long the mic. But yeah, if you're really in a pinch, that's what you do. I mean, exams in Singapore are technically a game of memorizing.
There are a lot of memory
Yeah,
work.
it's 90% memory. I guess from someone who is an understanding based learner like me,
Yeah.
like I require an in-depth understanding of the topics that I'm learning. Else I really can't get it. I really don't understand. But I guess that's why my math flourished in Polytechnic.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
poly.
teachers are super duper
Yeah.
important.
And not to say that our teachers are terrible. I think we also didn't make an effort. I didn't make an effort at least to
Or like,
study
okay,
deeply.
to put it nicely, different styles of learning.
Right, yeah.
Because
It
actually,
is though, it is.
I'm not sure if you remember this because like you remember my math being insane, right? Like I think at the start of Sec 4, because of my attendance, I was scoring like horribly for my math, especially A math.
Did you?
Yeah, I got
can't
like
recall.
10% again, which is like basically out of everything added up, I got 10 out of 100.
Really? I can't
Yes,
recall.
exactly. Because
I
at
think
the
I
point-
filtered all the bad points of you.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
not a good thing. See, good person.
unrealistic person. So yeah, I went for this tuition. Oh, this teacher is insane. Like from 10, right? I think like within 1 or 2 months, from 10 he added a 0 to my grade. 100.
Yeah.
That's how good he is.
Yeah, I think I have my own tuition teacher as well. Like, he
Oh.
was more realistic with me though.
Yeah.
Like he was telling me that okay, to maybe okay, you know how my results are C5 and C6 for express math, right?
Yeah.
He was telling me okay, I can't pull off a miracle. Okay, because it really depends
I
on
don't know.
understanding.
Yeah, mine actually pulled off a miracle.
Yeah,
from 10 to 100.
he was telling me that he can't pull off a miracle, but what he can do is literally solidify that understanding first,
Yeah.
and whatever happens after is to build off through
Yeah.
the understanding.
Also like
So
yeah.
unfortunately, on O levels, I got a solid foundation. Right, I was able to get a solid foundation, but on the critical topics, maybe like not algebra, but trigonometry, graphing, and probably angles as well to a certain extent, where you have to have three-dimensional thinking to a manner of speaking. I didn't do as well, but I think what happened was that it was too short of a time for me to build a really strong ground foundation. But this whole foundation thing,
it helped you in poly.
Yeah, it carried over all the way to poly. And the bright side is that poly books, those lecture books, they are so in-depth to a certain topic, where they really cover on how this formula was developed and how you build it. Yeah, once you trigger the understanding, right, everything else is just about plugging in numbers and plugging the concept and just understanding which formula to use. So that's if you are like a knowledge based, not if you require full depth understanding, right? I would say that poly is a really good choice to go to.
I think actually it's the school.
Yeah, it's the teachers as well and how they really pull it off. Honestly speaking.
Also, so back on my tuition thing, right? Like
your medical tuition.
Yeah. So if you might not remember this, but I probably do. So in math, basically like they will always show the grades on the board. I think something like probably, or maybe we'll share among ourselves because it's a small class. So you know everyone's grades anyways, right?
Oh no, they did.
They did, right? Share on the board, right?
Yeah.
So the top three is always the top three is always me and two other girls. I'm usually number 2. There's a standard number 1 where I'll rarely overtake.
Right.
It's like a secret competition. It's like I'm competing against her, but she is not competing with me.
Yeah, and then there's me. I'm like, I'm just gonna avoid last.
Yeah. So these 3, right, are from the same tuition. We are from the same tuition. So you know, like that's just
So I know the secret now for my future kids, I guess. 10 years later down the road. 15 years maybe.
Yeah, if it's still open.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's how you know.
Yeah, I know now. Okay. I think all I remember was during when they posted those results, right? There's only one time I made it to the top 3 and everyone was shocked. I'm like, what? like genuinely, even I was shocked, you know. So we had paper 1 and paper 2, right? They both weighed equally, was it? Or 60-40, I can't remember. But basically I aced my paper 1 so well that for the paper 1 result I was in top 3, but then paper 2 I was like bottom. Then the funny thing was that when they realized I was in top 3, everyone was like, wow, Vincent, even the teachers were like, wow, Vincent did well for once. I'm like,
That's exactly how she would sound like.
And I'm like, thanks. to be fair, I didn't feel sad about it because I know that I was doing poorly for one. But the ironic thing was that when I did well, right, everyone was like, wow. What's wrong with you? I'm like, what do you mean? What's wrong with you? For acing all the subjects all the way, constantly. But yeah, that's how it went down basically. He was always basically in the top few in math.
Sorry, second.
No. I said top few.
But I'm second.
No, top few.
Top few could be like 3, 4.
No, top few in math, alright? I'm gonna say that because I'm gonna deviate a little bit here. In Batam, right? I think in Batam, where I was from originally, technically, they only have 6 universities, I think. Or slightly less. Correct me if I'm wrong, alright? But 6 good universities, or maybe even 3. You know what they always like to say?
No.
Oh yeah. Our school is like top 10.
Oh, top 10 in Indonesia.
No, top 10 in Batam. Then I was like, well, there's no 7, 8, 9, 10. You are going to be top 10 regardless, you know. It's like you can't really go that far with top 10. But this is not me dissing. It's just how hilarious how they like to word it. So they look better.
Of like, not as how would I put this in a politically correct way? The universities with not a lot of research papers.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's correct.
Because that's what rankings are based on.
Research papers, academia.
We'll use that.
Yeah, I mean, that's how else can you base it off, right?
Yeah.
Then again, research paper. Yeah, but research papers are also correlated to funding, I would say. Not as much funding, you won't get as much research papers anyway. But university is another day.
University another day for sure.
That is a whole different ballgame of topics again. But oh shit, where were we?
Oh no, it's okay. I have another topic which I've been waiting to bring up. Do you know that, I guess when you're in secondary school, there's always like relationships. And like at that point in time we felt like the teachers hated that kind of thing.
Right.
But I guess now,
the teachers love
now I know that like they are so interested, like it's so interesting to them.
Yeah. It's like for them they don't have any dramas in their life, so they're like, I know these two like together. No, not like each other. I know one probably like this one. So why not just group them together, see what flourishes. They're like matchmakers, effectively, which is so weird, but
okay, like
come think of it, it's kind of fun.
okay, we are not saying that any teacher actually does this. It's our hypothesis.
Yeah.
So
Disclaimer.
yeah, disclaimer, exactly. Like, okay, we had a okay, so I don't think you know this. Maybe I told you, but we had a bio teacher, you know, like one where everyone is really
Right.
affectionate towards.
Oh,
The one,
maybe
like
yeah.
that one,
I
like
think so,
where
I think
everyone, my CCA as well.
Your CCA as well. Okay, I might.
Okay, yeah.
I might.
So
You can just name drop a surname.
No, that's too obvious.
So we have three
Okay,
common
Singlish.
surnames.
Singlish.
Singlish?
Yeah, one of the phrases you use at the end of a sentence.
Maybe.
Like, wah, la.
I think so.
Okay.
Are you does the name start with a T?
Start with L.
L? Oh, I don't think I was taught by her.
No, I'm not saying you're taught by her. I'm just saying like she's a teacher where the students are very.
I'm very chill
affectionate
with,
towards.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, that's true. Okay, go on.
So about I think sometime last year,
Okay.
I was at one of my friend's house and he stays near her, and we're having hot pot. She joined us,
Okay.
and like this is like when I found out like actually they're quite up to date with what's going on in like with kids relationships.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. They know. I mean,
Yeah.
they are parents in their own rights as well, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they know.
Yeah, like we were chatting, she was like saying, you know, this girl, that, or like, you know, this guy and that girl. It was like, damn!
Yeah, you knew?
Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not surprised though.
The funny
Sometimes.
thing is, my ex was there as well. So it was like kind of weird. So like like all of us classmates and my ex.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
that was fun.
Yeah,
It was a good catch up.
It was, I guess, it's sad to say, but I don't catch up with my secondary school teachers.
Okay, that was like just because she stayed nearby.
Yeah, but
and was invited.
but the thing is that there are some students who actually do catch up with their secondary school teacher very often.
Still?
To some extent, I would say, or at least there is some level of contact. But for me, I just ditched it and ran. I mean, I am appreciative of the fact that they are the ones who taught me to a certain extent, but I also do not see a real need for me to keep in contact with them, I guess. It's a very brutal manner of speaking,
True.
but they were in that phase.
Okay, they are busy, we are busy as well.
Right.
Let's just put it that way.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's all our secondary life.
Yeah.
I think we covered all the bases of secondary
Yeah,
school.
exactly.
Almost every aspect, even aspects that I didn't know of.
Yeah.
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 I mean, my life is pretty plain, so there isn't really any like. Not my life is pretty plain. It's still plain now, but my secondary school life is very bland. So it's a very generic study home. So I didn't really have any outstanding achievements except for my misdemeanors, which is editing the school logs, the attendance logs. That's probably the only thing there is. Apart from that, nothing much in secondary school happened. I was known to be somewhat a ninja to a certain extent because
True.
I knew a lot of things, or I knew people in the school. Like,
What were you known for then actually?
Who in-
Why not
who in
just
school?
run that down?
What I was known for, but only at the last 2 years where my name flourished in school for some reason.
Okay.
I was known to be
The rich kid?
no rich kid.
Yes.
Never. No.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Yes.
No, that was only past Sec 3 though.
Okay.
Yeah, that was only past Sec 3.
Okay.
So, fuck. I'm not that
Now we
rich.
don't.
I'm not that rich, okay? But anyway, what happened was that I somehow obtained information of a lot of people in the school for some reason. I have no idea how. At this point I'm really blur. I don't even know it myself now.
Watch out, girls.
No, I didn't DDoS or do anything special. It was just that, like I just had to read a paper. It was there. So like I was known for that. I was known for knowing people in which classes or who were in which classes. I knew of the issues some class were having. I was known also for mending my class logbook. I'm pretty sure my class parents knew.
Yeah.
I'm very certain they knew, but they didn't care anyway. You know, we earn
They gotta
awards.
keep their KPI.
Yeah. And we earn best achieving, man. Best. There's nothing higher than best. You don't say bestest achieving class, right?
All these things I don't know because I don't go to school.
Yeah, but basically that's about it. I was known for very little things, but the things that stuck to my name was probably just class editing, class log editing.
I see.
That was a very sad reputation to have in secondary school.
I guess I have a few things I'm known for. One is attendance.
Well,
It's hard to miss.
it's even harder to miss when you are in school. You're like, this is a face that we have not seen in a while. It's like when it walks past our classroom, our windows, you're like, wow, it's like an exhibition.
Like K-pop star.
Yeah, it's an exhibition. All of a sudden, it's like, oh fuck, we came to school. Oh fuck, oh shit.
I will wave like.
Yeah. I think we had a mutual friend as well who had the same level of notoriety.
But the difference is that my results are decent.
Well, okay, let's not diss him. He's doing very well now.
Yeah. I mean, like at that point in time.
Yeah. He's doing well by himself, but he had the same level of notoriety when he's like, it's like, oh shit, he came.
You know, we will compare like who comes later.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
It's like, came at 12, I came at 1, bro.
Yeah, it's not.
So early? Like, come for what?
Come for what? It's so late already, don't come school camp already.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like MC only, MC only. So just MC is okay, sit only.
Yeah, exactly. So that was one. Another one was like, surprisingly, I do decently, even with my absentee. And the last one is like, my math was great.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, I think that covers most of our secondary school life.
Yeah.
Just a quote. Why I probably, if you can hear my voice maybe shaky halfway, is because I'm trying to juggle a stomach and at the same time.
Okay.
For some reason, it's been aching for a while.
It's okay, we'll finish up soon, I guess. So
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just eased up again. But yeah, it's just ideas.
I was gonna say, if there are kids listening, so exams, right? If you have time, like being in class and if you actually being in class and paying attention is super duper important. Like, it's so much more useful than you studying at home, you going for tuition. Like, being in class and listening to what the teacher is teaching, and then like refresh that at home is so important. Do not do what I did for the exam.
Oh, philosophical.
Yeah, which was like memorize all the answers, because like especially if it's a subject which you'll continue to study post secondary school, right?
Right.
Because like I said, I did very well, but instantly as the exam ended, I forgot every single thing. So if you're gonna do that and you're still gonna pursue the same subject, it's like you have to do everything from the start. You have to build an understanding. And I guess if you're gonna do that, that subject is probably not for you.
Yeah, I guess also to a certain extent, both of us are not say living examples. I'm pretty sure there are plenty like us.
Okay, I would say like at this age, we
Yeah.
are decent examples.
Both
but
of us
at that age, no.
Both of us are prime examples of what not to and what to take away on how to study, or at least how to survive your
Yes.
secondary school and primary school not as much. It's not relatively harder at that point, but secondary school mainly. Understandably nowadays there are more people who are more outspoken about mental health. You know, in secondary school. Even then they are struggling. So I'm not sure what pulled us through, I guess. I mean, definitely during our secondary school period, there were students who struggled mentally as well. Just that probably it's not as widespread or known as now.
Yeah.
But we can't comment on how we survived through it, because I think my mindset is just slug it through. And I didn't really feel sad or stressed or depressed at any point in secondary school. My mentality was just slug through, pass through.
I don't really remember being depressed.
Yeah, but anyway, to survive secondary school is basically if you're really studying, let's say you're going towards A-levels, right?
Yeah.
I think it's really critical that you build a solid foundation in whatever you're studying. Even if you're leaving probably secondary school with a bad result. Not say bad result, a result probably just subpar, good enough to enter A-levels, right?
Yeah.
But I think you shouldn't go based on the memory. Basically what you said, like try not to do the memorizing game.
Yeah.
Because whenever your brain has a tendency to just dump it all away once the pressure happens.
There's too much to memorize.
Yeah.
Unless you're the Rain Man, go ahead. But like, I highly doubt you are.
Yeah, and or you have photographic memory.
Which I highly doubt as well.
Yeah. So
like
if
the
you
percentage of people that has such condition is
so rare.
so low.
Yeah, even I would say that I have a form of photographic memory, but it's not so efficient to the point where open a book 2 seconds, I'm like, oh yeah, I memorize everything.
Yeah.
Mine is more, I have navigational or map awareness. Like whenever I look at it, it's like I know this place and I can roughly image out the map or the image in my head from a top-down perspective. So I know where I'm going and where I'm looking at. So that's where my photographic memory is like fluid in. But there are some people who like opens a book and they're like, oh yeah, I know this. And I'm like, no you fucking don't. So I
no, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Why do you know it?
Yeah, it's like, no, I appreciate that you're great and all, you're cool. But shut the fuck up.
Like, chill.
It's like, stop it. I know. Stop it. It's fine. I know you're great. Put it off somewhere else. I don't need to know it,
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess for people who are listening, rundown is try to understand early on if your teachers sucks. I have no comments on how teachers teach, but just do your own studies, I would say.
Yeah.
Also, to a certain extent, I guess it boils down to how curious you are.
Yeah, I
and how
think
much
if you
you
put
wanna
in the
study.
effort, the teacher will put in the effort.
Yeah, it really depends on how much you want to study. If you
Okay.
didn't put in like effort in the first place,
Yeah.
you're not going anywhere, man. It takes two hands to clap. Anyway, I mean, you could probably.
We are like
Yes.
targeting a really young audience, which we do not have
No, as in
access to.
no, as in we're just telling them in the event that other people or the younger audience are listening.
Or most likely it will be older audience with children.
Yeah, I mean at that point the parents can teach, right? Now and then it comes down to parental teaching at that point, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that completely, infinitely covers our whole secondary school story to almost a T, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, I think we
Can
had
we give more motivational talk?
No. I think we had a structure planned out for today, but
We went off tangent.
We went off
Sashimi
tangent, yeah, severely off tangent, and I'm not sure if you wanna continue on again. Let's check our runtime again. I can't see. It's almost an hour, I think.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's
54
almost an
minutes.
hour.
So I guess
Oh,
we'll
it's
cut it off here.
Yeah, to prevent like any excess further
Yeah, we'll start a
stories.
new topic.
Yeah, on the next episode
Yeah,
onwards.
maybe progress into the next life in education, I guess.
Fair.
Like poly, because I mean in poly you and I, we don't really talk a lot about our life in school.
Right.
So it'll be interesting for me to know.
Yeah,
so
true,
that I can
true.
share mine as well.
Yeah, and probably also then we'll progress on to further concepts of the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
I think first two episodes covering about who we are will be quite
Mhm.
decent. Yeah, and I think that sums it up almost
Yeah.
for the first episode at least.
Mhm.
We hope at least it's been an enjoyable one.
Hope it's interesting,
Yeah,
funny.
Hope you know more about us. I'll have a pain in editing this because there's so many peaks in the audio recording that I saw. And I have to start reducing a lot of it, but that's me.
Yeah,
That's a me problem.
yes.
But anyway, you can catch our like I said in the introduction.
YouTube.
This will definitely be on YouTube and Apple Podcasts.
Aha.
Yeah.
I'll put it on TikTok to get the younger audience. Oh yeah, 5 hit.
But I'm not too sure if it will be on Spotify. I'll try my best to figure out the workarounds with Anchor FM, I guess. But that settles it.
Yeah.
Just give us a follow, subscribe
You
to
don't
us.
like it if you do.
Yeah.
You dislike it if you don't. It's
Yeah.
fine. Do leave a comment on why you dislike it if you
Yeah.
disliked it.
Yeah. And our
If you like-
socials are open as well.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes.
Yeah, our socials are open. You can leave feedback for us
Yeah.
in our socials, both on Instagram, on Twitter.
Yeah, YouTube comment will work as well.
Yeah, you can find it on Sashimi Tangent everywhere. It's called Sashimi
Everywhere.
Tangent.
Is it the Sashimi Tangent?
Nah, it's just Sashimi Tangent on both
Okay.
Instagram and Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah, guess that settles it.
Yeah,
Oh my
thank
God.
you for listening in.
Definitely, thank you for listening. And again, we would like to make I would like to make a final claim. We are definitely prone to sponsorships.
Open to
Sponsorship. Sorry, yeah. We will gladly need the money because
Happily.
this setup, it was a pain in our wallets, especially when we're just NSF. So sponsors, just we're setting up at this point, but yeah.
And yeah, I guess before we end, like one last thing is, we'll be uploading every Monday. Right? Monday.
Yeah, Monday morning.
Monday morning, on your ride to school.
Yeah, at least we'll try our best to.
Hopefully we'll leave your Monday blues.
Right. I'm also just a one-man team, so I'll try to upload it as soon as and
Yeah.
edit it as soon as I can.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's our schedule, I guess. That's our outro.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Usual, just follow, subscribe, leave us some comments, and yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Au revoir, guys.
And
I did.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
okay.
No fucking way.
No.
No fucking way.
Is it recording? Oh, it is. Shit. Right. So as you have seen at the last portion of the whole episode, that's how the episode got screwed over. Because of my mistake. So right, we'll be shadow dropping this episode. You will never hear a notification about this. You'll see it on the channel. It'll be publicly listed as it is right now, but only if you visit the channel you'll be able to see it. Yeah, so hopefully on the next episode onwards this doesn't happen ever again. Yeah,